If you'd like to purchase Magic Online cards with event tickets while logged in on Magic Online, look at Mtgo Academy's selection by trading our official bot, Academy Sellbot. You can find it in the Magic Online trading area or add it to your buddy list.
Welcome back for round two. We've lost dice roll again, so we're on the draw, and this is an example of a hand you can just never keep. It has no creatures, and there's no guarantee of you drawing a creature, so we have to mulligan it. This one's riskier. We only have one land, it's Inkmoth, and it's a poison creature, but we don't have another land. If we draw another land, like lands off the top, I think we'll definitely be fine. Now, is this better than a mulligan to 5? I'm thinking a mulligan to 5 could be better, so we're going to go with that. Alright, and this is better. We have actually lands, we have a couple creatures. Only one pump spell, but I think this is better than the one land hand. At least we can cast our spells with this hand. Let's see what our opponent is up to. Red. Basic mountain, so probably like just burn. Yep, Lava Spike. So we're just going to play Inkmoth first. I don't know if we're going to attack with it, but we can definitely play it first. So we definitely need a fast start with this match and some kind of protection, or else it's pretty bad for us, I feel. Now we're just going to pass the turn back. And probably just going to play Necropede next turn. Dismember is a pretty poor draw. They have very few creatures. And also just like taking 4 damage is just not where you want to be at. So Rift Bolt suspended, okay. So we're just going to play Necropede into that. There's not much we can do. I mean, we could just attack one with Inkmoth, but then we're just going to die to the burn spells. Okay, we can play, alright, so we have a bunch of creatures, so we're just going to start playing them every turn until something sticks. So we'll just start with Necropede. They both, like Necropede and Anchor have abilities that affect creatures, and usually they don't have creatures blocking or creatures in play, period, so it doesn't matter too much which one we start out with. And if he goes for burn spells on our creatures, that's fine too, it gives us more time. We have plenty of creatures in this game, that's not what we're lacking. So in turn, he did go Bolt to our face. And then Rift Bolt, I assume will come out as 2. He's looking down at 3 cards, so I guess 4 because he's going to draw a card for turn. Oh, he does kill a Necropede with that one. Interesting. So we're just going to play a Necroclaw Mirror. So no land and no spells. Yes, we're going to play our 2-drop. We drew another Infect creature, so I'll just play a Necroclaw Mirror and say go. I don't want to attack with Inkmoth, it'll just die. I can't see it surviving. So this is probably one of our worst matchups, just because we can't really bum rush them like we could with a random like mid-range deck or combo deck. Alright, Skullcrack us, we're down to 11. So land here would be sweet, or an Apostle's Blessing, take that, because we can go Rancor, protect our Acreclaw Mirror, and attack. Guess as is we're just going to attack for 1. Still no land, so our opponent has a bunch of spells in his hand. We're just going to play Necropede and say go. Alright, so we're at 8. So hopefully we can draw a land next turn and play like Groundswell, Pump, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're still 1 short. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, like we go land, Rancor, it goes to kill it, we Groundswell it. So he doesn't hit lands. That might actually help us. If he has a bunch of 2-mana spells, we might be able to steal this game if we draw like a land or a better pump spell. So, like, let's talk about sideboarding real quick. I think for this matchup, you do want to bring in Nature's Claim, because they bring in, like, Eidolon and the Great Revel. Also, it can just kill your own Necropede or Acreclaw Mirror to gain 4 life, which isn't the worst. It's definitely an option. We'll see when we go to sideboarding what cuts we have to make. Alright, so we're at 5. So we're probably dead. He still has 3 cards in hand he hasn't cast. We might try like Rancor or something just so he'll force a burn spell and that won't go to our face. But we're at 5 and he has 3 spells in his hand. Like if they're all Flames of the Blood hand, that'd be like the best case scenario. So we drew a land, that's going to help, but we're going to need some luck on our side for him not to have like a bunch of 1-mana burn spells. So we can play the land. We're going to put Rancor on the Ichor Mirror. It doesn't matter which one actually. We'll just click this. And hopefully, best case scenario, he tries to burn this. If not, it's pretty bad for us. Let's see what our opponent does. So we just got to attack here. We can't actually pump now. Because if we do, and then like he has a removal spell in response, I mean, we gain through life because of it. Let's see, I really hope my opponent tries to kill one of these guys. And if he doesn't kill us this turn, our next attack actually is lethal, regardless not whether or not we have landfall. So that's good. So our opponent will have to do something next turn if he can't actually kill us this turn. I really hope he tries to do something. So, it's not guaranteed this groundswell will have landfall next turn. Nope, he did nothing, so let's pass the turn back. Lightning Bolt us, and he has 2 spells in his hand, so yeah, we're dead. Of course, unless of course they're like Goblin Guide or Flames of Blood Hand. He draws another one of those and he can't cast it. Or if he draws like, yeah, has those and he draws like a Rift Bolt and we get to untap and try to kill him. Let's see what he does. So our opponent actually has Hellspark Elemental, which actually, if we had another land, we could actually survive because we could block with Inkmoth and dismember it. But seeing as we're as 2, like that still gets us, unfortunately. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. We'll just take it. So yeah. So even though we were fairly behind for most of the game, when we molded the 5, we were actually still just a turn off from killing them. It's very close. Let's go to sideboarding. Like, we don't really have a sideboard for this matchup. I think Nature's Cleanse is better than Dismember, just because they might have Eidolon, and we can also end a pinch gain for life. I'm not going to take out any other spells to replace it with, but I think that's just better than Dismember. But for game 2, we get to play first. And I'm not going to mulligan this hand. We do have a 1-drop. We only have 1 land. But if we draw a second land, if he doesn't kill us, it's going to be hard for him to kill this, and we can hopefully kill him out of nowhere. So just going to play a Pendelhaven and play Glistener Elf and say go. Lands would be good, also like an Inkmoth Nexus could be one of the best draws, but we do want to keep up like lots of green mana. So hopefully he doesn't kill this right away. Okay, Goblin Guide, perfect. Come on, flip a land. He did, awesome. So Inkmoth's fine. It's not the best, but it's definitely fine. So him going Goblin Guide, like now we get to protect Glistener Elf, and if we draw a forest, we can pump it and protect it. Nope, we just drew an Ichor Mirror. So I guess we're gonna play Inkmoth, and we're just gonna attack for 1. And because we can actually play another creature, now I'm just going to play another creature. That way hopefully he just ignores the creatures because he can't kill all of them. Like I could have 2 bolts, but then 2 bolts kills us anyways. So let's play another creature. And say go and hope we can survive long enough to kill him. So if he like taps out for like Hellspark here and we draw Forest, he's dead because of the double groundswell. Even if he taps down 1 mana, we're in pretty good shape. Also, if he like taps out all and just to kill one of our guys right now, we can. If we draw Forest, we can still kill him with double groundswell because he already has 1 poison, and then the Glistener Elf or whatever plus 8 more damage will be 10. Okay, Hellspark is fine by me. It's very reminiscent of the deck I played a couple of videos ago. It's very odd. Like as soon as I made that video, like this deck got a lot more popular. Awesome. So we got the Forest, and I think that should be game. I don't know what our opponent can do here. So this is a pretty good draw from our part. And our opponent wasn't able to kill any of our guys. So just gonna groundswell here. If Magic Online lets me. It's been a little laggy tonight, unfortunately. So just gonna groundswell again. And that should be game. I can't imagine, like, our opponent could have Gut Shot, but I don't think any deck plays that. That's the only card that could punish us here, which she didn't have. So let's attack for 10 poison and kill our opponent. So this was a turn 3 kill, which is pretty sweet. We were on the play, so it definitely helps out a lot. And our opponent was holding the removal spell till we went for it, and we had 2 of it, so that's always good. Alright, we got the win. Let's go back to sideboarding. We had the Nature's Claim in our hand that game, and obviously we didn't need it, and it didn't do anything. Dismember could have taken out a Goblin Guide. We did take 4 damage from it, but it did reveal us 2 lands, so it did draw us 2 cards. I think we're not gonna change anything. Go ahead and submit. Alright, we're back for game 3, and we're on the draw. This hand's a little land heavy, but we do have a Infect creature. Our opponent kept their 7. And so I don't know if I want to play him turn 1, just because we have 1 of them. Because we can protect it pretty well if you wait till turn 2. But then if he just has 2 things, we're just dead. Like, it still dies. So it does have Rift Bolt, so I'm just going to wait at least 1 turn before I do anything. There's another Forest, which isn't helpful. We already have 3 lands. So we're going to 17 this turn. So we're going to 17 this turn. He didn't play any creatures, he just passed it back to us. Alright, so we have Mini Giant Growth, so I'm actually more inclined to play the Elf now. Like, the deck's full of 3 damage spells, but they also have a lot of creatures and a lot of spells that actually don't target creatures. So let's see if this works. Also, like, I know a lot of the decks have Searing Blood, and this can protect us from Searing Blood without using any mana. So we'll just say go. So our opponent has some kind of spell on our end step. I know I'm trying to give good commentary here, but it's just us versus a burn deck, so there isn't much like that's gonna affect my plays. So like I said, like all their spells don't target creatures. So if we draw another pump spell, we can actually kill him. Okay. So we're just gonna take this. We're going to 12. I think we're in great shape. He only has 3 cards left in his hand. He's going to have to try to kill this eventually. We drew like the best one. So I think we got it. Unless he has 2 lightning bolts now. But we didn't have anything in a turn. I'd assume that's when you go for the first one. So we have 5, 8, 9, 10. They keep one open for Apostle's Blessing. Alright, so I think we got this. This is definitely like the best pump spell we could have drawn. And you can't just like randomly burn us out from us paying 4 life for Phyrexian mana, which is always a good thing. So we'll go ahead and Groundswell first. Doesn't matter too much. So probably try to kill it. We'll Giant Growth, and if he tries to kill again, we'll just have another pump spell. So yeah, this deck's pretty sweet. Ooh, Lava Spike. So we're just gonna go Giant Growth again. So like, this would actually Mind of Volcrosa would be fine here because this is during our main phase. It's gonna be 7 with 6 damage, and it's gonna be 11. So we definitely had one of those during our end step, but then chose not to play it. I guess he felt that he could still kill our guy and not worry about it. So we'll attack for 11 poison on turn 3 again. And that's the match. Alright, so we're off to a great start, 2-0 with our sweet Infect deck.